Ellie making noises about the upcoming SMT5.
Yeah, alright, the man!
It's gonna be good. We got SMT5 and Metroid 5 in the same year.
Dude, Metroid Dread's so good!
I'm
almost done with it. I'm so fucking close.
I can't fucking believe that we got 2 of these 5s in the same year.
And they're fucking crazy 5. And we're getting Dark Souls 5.
Yeah.
Elden Ring Dark Souls 5.
Yeah, we sure are. Alright, so Sakura's talking about her massive shit.
Protein coffee? While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved right onto my underwear. I shit myself.
Oh god, someone put shit in my pants.
Sakura, did you shit my pants? How could you find out? How did you know?
How could you tell them?
Like they all vote Sakura and they remember, oh shit, wait, this is a murder, not the shit case. The Monokuma's like, that was funny.
I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
This I have no idea.
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device.
Why didn't they mention this when they thought Miyaki was the killer?
Yeah,
But
well, no.
Chihiro's handbook
Yeah.
only allowed her
Yeah.
access to the girls'
They just
locker
didn't
room.
mention it.
She had no way to
Oh,
get into
fuck,
the
I
boys'
forgot
locker
to-
room
could
to
you-
begin with.
Turn on the power strip, please.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt
She's
that.
immune to bullets.
Shut up! I'm telling you,
Survived
I know
the
how
gun.
she could have done it.
She could have stolen Leon's.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gone into the boys' locker room somehow? It sounds like that one bit of the FF7 battle theme.
Oh yeah, it does.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Oh.
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Theoretically, if Chihiro was able to use Leon's handbook, she could get into the boys' locker room. But when we found Leon's handbook in the main hall, there's no doubt that it was... In which case, can you really say that she used it?
Oh, okay. So this is operating off of the assumption that this is Leon's
into the
hand.
boys' locker room somehow?
Okay.
I got it!
Because
She must have hacked her e-handbook.
I don't think that's Leon's handbook. But I think the game wants me to think that it
Talking
is.
about Leon's handbook.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong!
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Because I'm pretty sure the broken one...
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
I don't think that's Leon's.
Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Nope.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowed one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook! The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
That's wrong.
It seems
No,
like
that's
there's
wrong.
no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
No.
No.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it? Really?
No.
But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait! Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, alright then.
He's
I
like the
declare an
6-year-old.
official class
Yeah.
trial recess.
For real?
God damn it. I think we still have Sakura's to do, so I think that's 10.
No, I did hers with the wait, what do you mean with that?
Okay, maybe I just didn't. We are gonna get so muscular by the end of this.
Now,
The
what is it
guns.
you want to show us? It better not be boring, or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Okay, unless I'm wrong, I think we're about to get to some sensitive subject matter.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to say your piece on it yet, but
I'll say a piece when the line
okay.
the line happens.
okay, all right,
And I'll talk about it.
yeah,
I won't go into the most detail because more about it gets brought
Yeah,
up later.
yeah.
But I'll say my piece.
yeah, because I do know
Yeah.
aspects of this case that I've kind of talked around because
Yeah.
I didn't want to spoil things,
Yeah.
and I didn't want people to be like, oh, David's had part of this case spoiled, so it's less fun to watch.
We've
I
already
still don't know
searched
who the
this
fuck
place
did it.
top
Oh
to
no,
bottom.
no, I have no idea.
Oh, Missy.
I know exactly who did it, and watching you theorize and stuff is so much fun.
Yeah.
And this is the last case where I know who did it. I think I
Yeah,
know,
so
like-
it's
I
just
think I know one other killer, maybe.
Yeah,
but I don't. Know
I
when
just
happened.
wanted to throw the sensitive content thing out there because I've been doing content warnings with the Midnight Animal stuff in Hotline 2, and I don't know. I feel like people should know what they're getting into with I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully, like using our hands.
All right, Ichi.
All right. Oh God. We can't bring Ichi the killer into this.
Yeah.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
Y'all are investigators. Come on.
It's not that I'm freaked out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds.
Okay, that's
you know?
fair.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll do it.
Girl boss.
Girl boss.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Oh, she's seen Aftermath. Why did I say that? Why did I say that?
Keep going, keep going. We stopped for nothing. Not Ichi, not Aftermath.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Oops, I crushed her neck
Crushed
by
her
mistake.
neck. Oh, she was alive the whole time. And
Oh
then
wow.
I crushed her neck.
Byakuya was right, she is a hickory stick.
Be
Snap
sure
it
to
out.
check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Super Saiyan mode.
What is it?
Not possible.
What
It's
is
not
it?
possible.
She's charging a Kamehameha! Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
a boy.
She's
Okay.
so angry.
So, I'll start my piece on Chihiro. How I feel about Chihiro as a character.
Okay.
A lot of people have a lot of very different interpretations on Chihiro, and I think that's really interesting. There's certainly, there's, I guess, the two sort of halves. There's, Chihiro is a trans woman, and Chihiro is a cross-dresser.
Okay.
These are both super valid interpretations. One does go against what the game says, but there are a lot of people who, particularly trans people, who resonate with a lot of aspects of Chihiro's character. But there are also aspects of Chihiro's character that go against that, and it's really...
Okay.
Certain people have certain experiences with gender dysphoria that are completely different, to the point where the two sort of readings of Chihiro's character are both entirely valid. They're both yeah.
Okay.
They're two, super valid and super, reasonable interpretation.
Okay.
It's kind of like scenarios. It's a scenario like with a character like Ferris from ReZero.
Oh.
Where Ferris, depending on
you
how
mean Felis?
Felix Ferris? I don't know.
Felis, I think.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I've seen it written as Ferris.
Oh, okay.
Ferris is, in some readings and in some interpretations, a trans woman, and in some interpretations, a guy who likes cross-dressing. It depends on, because they're sort of different in sometimes different translations, but just different interpretations of phrases. Like, there's the phrase about that sort of echoes the thoughts of feeling like a woman trapped in a man's body. But in how that can be read with a lot of other stuff in the series, there are ways where that can be read that it's like, no, he is just a guy who prefers dressing more feminine because he likes expressing that side of himself. And that's kind of the deal with Chihiro.
Okay.
All of y'all can read Chihiro however you want. That's super fine, and I super respect people who are like, no, Chihiro's trans, no, Chihiro's not. It's like, and it's an interesting discussion to have about how these different sort of interpretations can work with the same character with the exact same, everyone has the same information. They're making these different conclusions, and they all have good things, yeah, I can't tell anybody they're right or wrong, because again, there are a lot of different people who experience things like gender dysphoria in ways that really resonate with Chihiro's character. But there are also people who experience other things that are not gender dysphoria related and are more related to sort of embracing femininity or being scared of masculinity that also resonate with Chihiro's story. So, for me, how I read Chihiro's character, and we'll get into it a bit later when there's more info on it, is Chihiro is a guy who crosses.
Okay.
That is how I read Chihiro.
Okay.
But, yeah, anybody can say fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like when people are like, no, it's this and you're wrong. Because that's not, no. It's two completely different interpretations that are both entirely valid.
Yeah, it's...
So don't be, harassing people for, being like, no, Chihiro's a dude. But don't be harassing people who are like, no, Chihiro's a girl. It's fine. It's yeah. It can be either way.
So, you know more about Chihiro's character. I'm gonna go with your interpretation, and
once more info happens,
yeah,
and once there is, you make your own You can, like,
Yeah,
make
as
your own
as
fucking
such, I'm
whatever.
gonna be tentatively using he/him pronouns, not as an attempt to misgender Chihiro. And as you read, if you read Chihiro as a trans woman, then I am.
Yeah, cool. I'm
am
a trans woman, and I think that's rad as hell.
I am very sorry if to those who my use of he/him pronouns makes uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a character I feel like Chihiro's character isn't done the best. Most cases of a character being like a reveal being like, no, it's a dude dressed as a lady, usually not handled great. Chihiro's handled okay.
Okay.
But I mean, just in general, the entire premise of that sort of type of character and that type of reveal is kind of charged.
Yeah.
And has a lot of connotations because a lot of people have had to deal with people saying shit like that to them, even though they're not, like, they're a trans woman. And they're like, no, you're a... I mean, the usage of the term trap in a derogatory sense comes from that. That's, like, So there's... Also, don't use the phrase trap like that. It's just... Even if you don't mean ill will, it's just such a word that just has such a bad connotation to it for a lot of people now. Just stick with... I don't know. I don't know, man. Just don't do that one. There are a couple other ones you shouldn't do.
There sure are.
But yeah, that concludes part 1 of the Chihiro talk.
Okay, so for clarity, I'm using he/him not as an attempt to invalidate anyone's experiences or to like, I don't know, or to try to misgender Chihiro as a character. I am, seeing as Ellie is the one with a better knowledge of Chihiro as a character, I am going with her interpretation.
I decided to bite the bullet and spoil myself on bits of Chihiro that I did not know about, just so I could be more informed about this whole thing. Because again, it's a charged thing. There's a lot of discourse in the fandom.
Yeah,
and there's just discourse everywhere in this fandom.
I had heard from people that they were saying that, like, this was one of those situations, like, a different character in another very popular anime-style game who... I'm not going to say their name, but you probably know who they are, and I'm only not saying their name for the people who have been living under a rock and don't know their deal. But I'd heard that some people say, like, the cross-dresser reading was closer to Chihiro's character. So I am approaching this with that knowledge.
From the game's strict perspective, Chihiro is a B.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
we'll stick with that for a bit.
I
and
am
we'll learn more about it. Maybe I'll see some things and I'll go, no, actually, I changed my mind. I like this reading.
I'm going with the text on this one. If that makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry, and that's cool, and that's valid. Well, it's not cool, but it's okay, and that's valid.
You're fair to feel uncomfortable about it. 'Cause again, it's a whole thing.
I'm sorry that the next episodes are going to be uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
If this bugs you, then I don't know. Game Grumps use the trans reading.
Oh, okay.
So if you want a playthrough that doesn't do this sort of reading, you watch theirs.
Yeah,
you watch a different playthrough. There's whole.
Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of playthroughs that have a trans reading. So if hearing Chihiro referred to with he/him pronouns, like triggers you, and I mean that in
we don't really trigger.
I mean that in a legitimate sense of, like, hearing it gives you anxiety or gives you, like, dysphoric feelings. Then if you decide that this playthrough isn't for you, that's totally okay.
Yeah.
I want you to know that there's no
ill will.
There's no ill will on my part, and, like, I don't know. I feel like there's no right answer.
There's no right.
So I feel like there's no right answer, so I'm going with the text on this one.
Alright, Soccer has been screaming at us to play the fucking game.
Yeah, the fact that this very serious discussion has been happening while Sakura is going, like, Super Saiyan is really funny to me.
Alright, previously on Sleepaway Camp. Let's keep going.
I see. So she was actually
Okay, Hifumi means this in a transphobic way.
Yeah. He's just unfazed, just like, yeah, whatever. Never mind.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Why is she so fucking pissed?
Then it's really true? Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
So that's how Chihiro got into the boys' bathroom.
Yep.
Chihiro
He couldn't-
Fumisaki was
he couldn't get into the
totally
girls'
a
bathroom.
guy. He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I really
Jill loves
wish
it.
I had killed him.
I don't think she loves it.
No, she's saying she's on fire.
Oh,
like, she thinks it's hot.
I saw the angry face.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and
Excuse
get
me.
back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up
I
from
don't like
there.
the way he said
I
boy.
don't like the way. I don't.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
So yeah, this is the bit that I was worried about because like if you don't subscribe to the Chihiro cross-dressing viewpoint, then this comes across as extremely transphobic.
Yeah, and the game just goes, it's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as
Man,
male.
this is a
Yes,
delicate
that'd be
trial.
Yeah.
Like this is one where like
Of course his handbook said
I'm
he was a
watching my
boy.
fucking
He
words.
dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial
Chihiro
assertion.
was just like, alright, let's continue on.
The victim
Yeah.
was
Keep
killed
fucking
in
going.
the boys' locker
Let's
room
just go on.
and was then later moved to the girls'
But then why
locker
would the
room.
killer move his body?
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was
Fuck's
a
that
certain
supposed to mean,
incongruity to
Byakuya?
his female body.
Yeah, that's
This is
it's
the
a little
most
weird,
titillating
Byakuya.
situation.
Jill loves it.
Okay.
This-
All right.
yeah.
Now everything
Alright,
is
Jill.
Alright,
connected.
Chaser Jill.
All
Not
the pieces
Chaser.
have finally become
No, because
clear.
he... Fuck, I get... Oh! I'm getting my fucking twists tiddled around.
Okay, yeah. Chasers is like exclusively
yeah,
a
Chasers
trans
is
thing, right?
exclusively
Okay,
trans thing.
I figured. Oh god, I learned what a buddy guy is today, and that's...
I don't know what that is, but I'm scared.
I'll talk about it later.
I'm
It's
fine.
really disturbing.
I just won't say anything about it.
A type of chaser.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, well, connected or clear
This
or
is a fun
whatever.
episode.
Yeah,
We're
this is a fun one.
talking
You're
about
the
fun
killer, remember?
things.
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Unfortunately, I don't think Byakuya did it anymore.
He's off in his own little world.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Why would he do that?
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
can't find
He's-
anything.
Oh. He's like you, just watching me piece together and be like,
Wait,
hmm.
you say he's like me, Dave?
Oh,
Why would he be
Because he's an asshole.
The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Why the fuck would you do that, motherfucker?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
He fucked with the evidence because he thinks it was fun.
Oh, because he views this as a game.
Yeah.
If you're really telling the truth, then...
Oh my god, what an asshole.
Why do you do that?
Yeah, I fucking
This is...
love Byakuya.
Okay.
It's so great.
So I had seen one of our viewers describe Byakuya as a Virgil.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck can we have a Virgil in a game where murdering someone means that you either escape or die?
Yeah.
And I just realized he doesn't kill people, he just fucks with the evidence.
He's just a piece of shit.
That's fucking incredible.
My reasons hardly matter right now.
We have just this chaotic third party who's messing with things.
Yeah, and it's not Monokuma.
No, it's
Monokuma
not.
keeps the integrity of this shit.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was
Man,
it?
fuck Byakuya.
The real trial
I don't
starts
think we
now.
can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Also,
That's
why
true.
would Byakuya overlook
Very
the
well
scissors
then.
thing?
I'm with you
Yeah.
too.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I thought...
You were all like, oh, we got him with the scissors. And I'm like, if he knew so much about the files, how could he fuck that up so badly?
That's a good point. Again, I underestimated the game.
Yep.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time.
I like the
We still have
texture
time
on
to
his
make
hair.
our
It looks
decision.
like cardboard.
Yeah. Well, they're all
That's
paper
very
craft.
true.
Kind of.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, it's like Paper Mario.
That's
They're
why
all
they're
flat.
flat.
Yeah.
Our
It's like a
lives are
diorama.
all on the line.
It's a great aesthetic.
That's incredible.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of
fuck
hide and
you.
seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing that we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means...
The real murder scene. The killer is a guy? Because, yeah. Well, the real murder... Okay.
Oh my god, the seconds are twice as fast. Why are the seconds so fast?
I don't know, but, if the killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, then Byakuya... Did the killer move it from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room, or did Byakuya move it?
Where was...
The real murder scene was in the boys' locker room.
I got it!
Okay, right.
He
Right.
said he tampered with the thing after this.
In the
He
girls'
fucked
locker
around.
room.
Yeah.
That's right.
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues.
Hifumi.
Come on, Virgil! No, we want to make jokes, remember? We
Yeah,
wanna
you're
be able to
right.
make jokes.
Celeste's account. The
Isn't there a
tracksuit.
single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And
Oh.
only the
It's a good thing I missed.
Yeah. Because that was not a contradiction.
No, it wasn't. I need to remember.
Yeah,
Contradictions.
contradictions.
It's only
This
contradictions.
game is only
I
about
believe
catching
someone
people
else
in the act.
did see the
Yeah.
victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
It's only gotcha.
Yeah, it's a gotcha game. And there's a gotcha pun machine.
You're right. And I think we should.
We'll leave it. We'll leave
Yeah, we should cut it
it.
here.
Next time. Oh, wait. Cut it.
Yeah.
We should leave this bit in. It'd be fun.
It would.
Yeah!